Maybe love doesn't become home in one big moment. There's no deep conversation where everything suddenly clicks into place. No dramatic realization. No exact morning where you wake up and go, okay, this is it. This person feels like home now. Honestly, you probably don't notice it while it's happening. You notice it later. You look back and realize something's already shifted. Being around them stopped feeling like an event. You don't need a plan, don't need somewhere exciting to go, don't even need to be having a good day for it to work. They're just there. And somehow, that's enough. You stop needing every conversation to be memorable. Stop hunting for hidden meaning in little things they say. Stop needing constant reassurance that you two are okay. The feeling gets quieter, not weaker, just steadier. And then you start noticing little changes in yourself. You think about them at random times. Catch yourself wondering what they'd say about something completely unrelated. Start making tiny spaces for them in your life without ever planning to. Maybe that's when it actually happens, not all at once. Slowly, so slowly you can't point to the exact day, someone stops feeling like a person you're trying to get closer to and starts feeling like someone who already has a place in your life, someone who feels like home. Not because they became your whole world, just because your world feels a little better with them in it. 1. You start noticing the day through the things they would have noticed. This is a little different from just wanting to tell someone about your day later. It's more automatic than that. It happens in real time. You walk past a bakery and you remember how they always notice the smell before anything else. Someone makes a ridiculous argument nearby and you can already picture the face they'd make hearing it. You see something weird on the street and you almost laugh because you already know exactly what they'd say about it. Sometimes you don't even catch yourself doing it. The thought just shows up, and then you go, wait, why did I just think of them? Because you've spent enough time with someone that their personality gets familiar in your head. You know what they'd find funny, what would annoy them, which random detail they get weirdly fixated on. You hear a song and think, they'd love this. See something beautiful and think, I wish they were here. Come across something dumb and immediately think, I need to tell them this. Not because you can't enjoy the moment alone, you can. The point is that knowing them has quietly changed how you experience certain things. You don't just see something interesting anymore. For a second, you imagine seeing it through their eyes. They're not physically there, and yet somehow, they're still part of the moment. You start finding little reminders of them in places they've never even been. A random joke, a phrase someone uses, a street corner that makes you wonder if they'd like it. You realize you don't only think about them when you're alone missing them. You think about them while you're living your actual life, walking somewhere, laughing, noticing things. They've become part of the background of your thoughts. And maybe that's one of the quiet ways love starts feeling like home. You don't have to deliberately think about them. Your mind just makes room for them on its own. 2. You stop needing to come back to yourself after being around them. Here's something people don't really talk about. Being around certain people can be quietly exhausting, not because they're bad people, just because you're constantly managing how you're coming across. You leave a conversation and start replaying it. Why did I say that? Did I talk too much? Did that sound weird? You go over the whole thing, hunting for the moment you might have embarrassed yourself. But when someone starts feeling like home, that habit quietly fades. You don't leave their company needing to analyze yourself. You just leave, and you keep being you. Maybe you were quiet. Maybe you talked too much, or said something ridiculous. Or you were tired and didn't have much to add. And somehow you don't worry about it. You just think, that was nice, and move on with your day. No mental checklist, no replaying every sentence, no wondering if one awkward moment changed how they see you. You were just there, yourself, and it didn't feel like something you had to earn. That's a different kind of closeness. You're not constantly auditioning for their attention. You can just show up as you are, and you start giving them that same freedom back. You see them tired, distracted, their weird habits, their bad moods, all the stuff that wouldn't make their best first impression. And none of it makes the connection feel smaller. If anything, it makes it feel more real. Closeness was never about finding someone who makes you feel perfect all the time. It's about finding someone you don't feel like you have to be perfect around. You can disagree, have an awkward conversation, have a bad day, and none of that automatically feels like the end of something. That builds a kind of peace that's hard to explain. You stop checking whether you belong. You already feel like you do. You don't leave feeling like you performed well. You leave feeling like you were just yourself. And somehow, that was enough. 3. You start missing them in places you never expected to. Early on, missing someone is usually pretty obvious. You miss them at night, when you're alone, on a hard day. But once someone starts feeling like home, you start missing them in completely different moments. You're having a great day, laughing with friends, something good happens out of nowhere. You finally pull off something you've been working toward, or see a beautiful view, or something ridiculous happens that you know they'd find hilarious. And out of nowhere you think, I wish they were here. Which is strange because you're not sad, not lonely. Everything's actually going well. And still, some small part of you wishes you could turn around and hand them the moment. You want to see their reaction, hear whatever comment they'd probably make, but you want them there regardless of how they'd respond. That's when the difference becomes clear. You don't want them there to make the moment good. It's already good. You want them there because you've started wanting to share the good things with them specifically. We talk about love a lot in terms of needing someone during hard times. And sure, that's part of it. But there's a quieter side. Wanting someone around when you don't need anything from them at all. When you're already fully capable of enjoying yourself. You just want to say, look at this. You should have seen this. I wish you were here. That's when their absence becomes noticeable, even in the middle of happiness. Not painful, just noticeable. Because somewhere along the way, you started imagining them inside the moments you actually want to remember. Your happiness is still yours. Your life is still yours. But now there's someone you naturally want to share it with. Someone you want beside you when life surprises you with something good. And maybe that's when home starts meaning something different. Not just the place you go when you're tired, but the person you want to turn toward when something beautiful happens. Maybe love becoming home was never about feeling comfortable every single second. Maybe it's simpler than that. You start noticing the world in ways that remind you of them. You stop leaving their company wondering if you said the right thing. And sometimes, even on your happiest days, you catch yourself wishing they were there anyway. Not because you need them to complete you, because you found someone you genuinely want to share your life with. The good parts, the boring parts, the ridiculous parts nobody else would care about. Maybe that's the real change. You don't fall in love by becoming less of yourself. You just find someone who fits naturally beside the person you already are. Your life is still yours. Your dreams are still yours. But now there's someone you want to tell about them. Someone you don't have to perform for. Someone you can sit beside in silence. Someone you can miss even on a perfectly wonderful day. And maybe that's what home really means. Not a place where everything's always easy, just somewhere you stop feeling like you have to keep searching for a better version of yourself before you're allowed to belong. You get to just arrive as you are and stay. Sometimes that place isn't a house or a city or a room. Sometimes it's simply a person, someone your thoughts naturally wander toward, someone whose presence your life quietly learned to make room for. And maybe you never notice the exact moment it happens. You just wake up one day and realize you're not wondering where you belong anymore. Because somewhere along the way, you found a person who makes belonging feel less like a destination and more like a feeling. And somehow, it feels a lot like coming home.